Refreshing. What is going on, everybody? Michael here. Welcome back to Technoid. Tonight's episode is 1 hour live. I'm going to be on from 7 to 8. Probably going to go solo tonight, all by myself. So we're just going to wait for it to send out the notification, and then we will get started. But let's take a quick look here. Make sure everything's running. Looks like we're good to go. So tonight I will probably be going solo. I didn't have any plans to bring anybody on, but I did send out the link. Also ignore the playing around with the hair. I don't have my hair tie. And I'm also using my old ANC headphones that I had used back when I reviewed them, the Samsung ANC headphones. So let me know, guys, in the live chat if the audio is good and if the picture quality is good as well. But with that out of the way, let's see who we have in here tonight. Bobby's in the house already. First one up. Good to have you on, Bob. We got Raph. Good to see you as always. Thank you, guys. It looks like you guys are going back and forth and back and forth. And looks like you guys are already at it. Nice. Well, a couple of things I just want to say before, excuse me. I haven't been feeling too well these past few days. I think it's allergy season. Comes back around every time. But let me know if I'm good with the audio and the picture, but I'm going to pull up something real fast. Just wanted to inform you in case you did not see today's episode of Technoid. Let's see here. Looks like we are good to go. Yep, we're good to go. Yep. All right. So with that out of the way, I'm also watching Sam. I don't know if you see me, but I'm watching you on Twitter. Hey, we got Sean Robinson in the house. Thank you for coming on, Sean. Just taking a couple more seconds here. Then we'll get it up and going, and then we'll start it up. But I just wanted to announce to everybody that if you did not see today's episode of Technoid, I encourage you all to definitely see that episode, because in that episode, I discussed that I purchased the brand new Galaxy Bud Live, or the Liver Bean, whatever it's called. And I just want to announce that I am going to be reviewing them. So I'm going to pull it up here real quick. So this is the page. It says here we have Mystic Brown. We got Mystic Black. I picked up the Mystic Black, but I made one mistake. I forgot to put education pricing, so I could have saved $17 and paid $152. Shot myself in the damn foot. Ugh. No complaints there, but I will be reviewing the Mystic Black Galaxy Buds. I do personally like the color black. I don't know why. That's just me. I do have the blue ones, but I think I like black. So I will be reviewing these. They will be here in about a week, maybe 2, depending on how long the wait is. And also, we will also compare them to these, but the Buds Plus as well. So let's see who else we got in here. We got Mikey Tech Reviews. We got Ronaldo. We got Gene in the house. Cesar, welcome in. Thank you guys for tuning in. It's good to have you all on. Just want to reiterate one more time, and then we're going to start tonight's episode. I purchased the Galaxy Bud Bean. I just purchased them, so they will be coming soon. And right off the bat, we got a $2 super chat from Gene. Thank you for the $2. You don't need to say anything. He just did it out of the kindness of his heart. Thank you so much, Gene. Appreciate the kindness. But just like I said, I am going to be reviewing these. But it sucks because I forgot to use the education discount. Dang it. I shot myself in the foot. All right. Enough talking. Let's discuss tonight's podcast. So I'm probably most likely going to be solo. So I'm going to try my best to not bore you. But we all know how much that works out for me. But I will try my best to keep you guys informed. If anybody comes on, they come on. If not, you got your old pal Mike here. Flossy Carter has a pair he is unboxing on his channel. You know what? Let Floss do his thing, Mike. I respect the hell out of Floss. He's actually one of the few YouTubers that are actually real, even though he gets the products way in advance. So I'll let that slide. I don't really care. But, hey, I can't wait to get mine. That's just the way I look at it. All right. So tonight's episode, we're going to focus on the Google Pixel 4a, the Note 20 Ultra, and all the things that happened. Mikey Tech Reviews again with a $3 super chat. Gene and Mikey, thank you guys for donating. Thank you. You are the homie. Appreciate that, man. I really do appreciate hearing that. Thank you so much for the kindness. You know, it really, I will be honest with you guys. I never ask for money. I never ask for you guys to donate. So when you guys do that, it truly means a lot because it shows you believe in me and you believe in the kindness that you guys give to me. So I just want to say to those of you that do donate, thank you. I never ask, but you guys do it out of the kindness of your heart. So thank you. All right, let's start it up. So if you don't know, this week has been rather interesting. So I don't know if you guys are aware, but we had 2 phone reveals. Well, one is an event, the other one was released. The Google Pixel 4a and the Samsung Galaxy Note 20 and Note 20 Ultra. And again, Cesar Gonzalez with a $2.99 super sticker. I can't tell exactly what it is because of StreamYard, so somebody write down what that super sticker is, or I'll just pull it up on YouTube. But thank you, Cesar. Thank you. Appreciate that. Anyway, so back to the phone. The whole phone was revealed, and I'm going to take a look at both phones. I'm going to discuss both the 4A and the Note 20. Now, I just want to disclaim, this is not a competition. This is not which phone is better. This is just reacting to both phones and which one I think is going to do well. So, all that out of the way, let me take one last sip. We got a $2 super chat again from Mikey Tech Reviews. He says, I help out because you are a good content creator. Thank you so much, Mikey. That really, truly means a lot to hear that. Thank you so much. And trust me, guys, all the money that goes in that you guys donate help to make the channel better, better equipment, better production, better quality, all for the channel. So thank you, guys. Thank you so much. But enough talking. I've said that like 30 times. Let's actually start it. So we're going to start with the Pixel 4a. So the Pixel 4a came out, and everybody has been really hyping up this phone. And, you know, for good reason. This is the long-awaited Pixel 4a. It is $350. And the phone itself is actually not bad. Now, I'm going to break down everything you need to know about the phone. I'm going to discuss everything you need to know because I actually didn't get a chance to. I was away, unfortunately. But taking a look at the phone itself, the whole selling point of the Pixel 4a is being able to give you everything that you need while cutting down the price and keeping it very good with the money budget. Now, for starters, the one thing the Pixel 4a is mostly known for is the quality of the camera. But this year, they did something really nice. And honestly, I gotta say, this is a very tempting phone. For $350, you're getting a standard Android phone. You're getting basically the premium Android experience without any crap involved. All right, Knox is in the house. Thank you, Knox. Sean writes, your videos are really cool, Technoid. Thank you, Sean. I always try to entertain everybody. Ooh, I just saw someone crash into the median on the highway. He blew past me doing at least. Ooh, I hope he's all right. And keep us up to date, Bobby. Let's see how that turned out. But what's interesting about this phone is I can't keep a straight face. What's interesting? Oh goodness! All right, you know what? You know why I'm laughing, guys? Because this man just had to pop in and start doing some stuff backstage. Oh, for crying out loud! I can't even keep a straight face.
What's up, bruh?
Thank you for coming on. I honestly thought I was flying solo tonight.
Nah, dude, I got you.
Thank you, brother.
Yes, sir.
So I just started up with the Pixel 4a. Now I wasn't here to break down the phone as I was away.
Oh.
And I believe you are using the Pixel 4a.
Yes, and I am sending it to you.
Thank you, brother.
I am sending it to you. I will ship it tomorrow.
Thank you, brother. I will send it back to you in perfect condition. I'll pay for everything. Thank you, brother. Thank you. I get to
review it. You don't have to
pay
for nothing, bro. Just make it happen, bro. Do your thing.
Thank you. You heard it first, guys. The next video is sponsored by the SMT, bringing us high-quality content for half the price.
Yeah.
Gene, everybody loves my channel. Thank you guys for the support. We got Arshan Harper. Did I say it right?
Arshan in the house.
Let's do it. Let's do it. All right, but back to the Pixel 4a. So now it looks like I'm actually going to try it out. Give me about a week or two, and then I'll send it back.
Bro, you can use it as long as you want, bro. I got 7 phones over here, bro. Oh. You want me to send another one with it that you haven't tested yet?
If you want, I don't know.
All right, I got a Google Pixel 3 XL I could ship with it. You can compare the two.
I suppose.
So you can compare like the 3 to the
Sure,
3A
I
or
guess
4A
so.
or whatever. I don't
All
know.
right. If you got a 3A XL or 3A in there, I'll take that.
Nah, I sold my 3A XL now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, don't worry. We'll get there. But anyway, so the phone, I have no idea what it is until I just found out he's actually shipping it to me. So thank you. But taking a look face value at the phone, this is my reaction. So the phone looks, from my perspective, looks all right. It's got a nice 5.8-inch display. It's a nice compact form factor. You've got a punch hole design that looks very nice. It's very modernized compared to, you see it right there, guys. You see it. And was that thing blinking just a second? I don't know if I saw a sensor or something blinking. It looks like it. Oh no, it probably was something else. I don't know.
It's nice,
But
bro. You're right. It is compact. It's I'm used to using larger phones, so I would definitely consider this to be compact by 2020.
well, you're the
standards.
first person that, you're the person that, for me anyway, it looks like you have a better person that I could talk to in terms.
Mhm.
Did
Yeah.
they say when the embargo is for the reviews? Like, did they say when you could start posting reviews and stuff?
Bro, people had their reviews ready an hour before launch.
Oh wow, I thought the embargo would
No, it
be
was
probably when the
done.
phone launched. That's crazy.
No, it's always like within the hour of the actual launch. So
I see.
so everybody already had their reviews done. I think they were just sitting on them, you know.
Well, hopefully I could catch up on the fire because Marquez and everybody's still overhyping this thing. But I got a problem with this phone, and I'm not blaming them, but this is just me. But I'll get to that problem. But taking a look at it, it's got a good camera. It's got a one camera lens in the back. It's got a fingerprint scanner. The body of the phone obviously is plastic, and for most of it, it does the job. It's running the Snapdragon 730G. It does not have 5G. But considering it's $350, I think I can actually be okay with that. I can actually kind of let that slide.
Sure.
Now, there is one problem that I have, and I want to see that if I get the chance to. But my problem with the 4A is not the phone itself, but it's the internals. And I think you know where I'm going to go. I'm going to pull up the tech specs. But I think my problem is that it's running the 730. And I think because I've started, ever since I've been watching you and doing some research on modems and really taking the time to learn these things, I've realized that the 730 chipset with its modem, the X, I believe a modem said it was using. I could pull it up here. It's in the tech specs. But it's using an out-of-date modem that's only good in realistic use for 1 year. It was able to capture the LTE speed.
I'd say after 2020, it's behind.
Yeah. So I think that's my only concern, is that you're paying $350 for a phone like this, but the specs will only get you maybe a year. And I kind of have a problem with that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's going to impact maybe how I interact with it or not, but I want to try it out because I'm also interested. It has a headphone jack. I'm also going to see how it feels to use, wire charging versus wireless charging, taking a couple of pictures and, doing a lot of things, because this will, and I'm going to be honest, this will be my first ever phone review if this happens. So I want to just take the time. Sam, if you're really doing this, thank you so much, dude.
Yeah, man, I got you, bro.
Thank you so much.
Sure, you're welcome.
But final thoughts on the 4A. I think it has potential. I think it's actually going to do well for $350. I think that this actually kind of will sell a lot, but I am a little concerned about future proof. So I'm going to have to wait and try that out myself if I get the chance. But in your time of using, how have you used it? How has it been with you in the last maybe few days or a couple days?
All right, so the processor is good. There's no moments where I feel like it's slow or it's chugging along and it's struggling. So if your concern is about processing speed, that's not an issue at all. If your concern is about the display, 5.8-inch display is actually pretty nice. It's a good quality OLED. It's 1080p. The camera, the selfie photography, the rear shooter photography, excellent. Really, really good. The video is still not there, but that's like a Google thing. Like, I don't know what it is about the weird jiggly stabilization thing it does. I've either liked the Galaxy Notes and the S series or the iPhones when it comes to video. So, but it's still up to par for a Google phone. So it's good. The audio is good. It's got a headphone jack. It's got 18-watt power delivery charging. The battery size is decent. It's not great, but it's not bad. Last year, this phone would have been bad on battery life. So the Wi-Fi radio is good. The cellular modem, it leaves a lot to be desired. That's really the shortcoming. But other than that, dude, I mean, it's solid. If you're if you use your phone that most wireless consumers do, this will meet every demand that you put on it. So if you're ready for $350 to get Google support for 3 years and a good camera, very good photography, decent video. I wouldn't call it great, but it's fine. I mean, this thing is great, bro. And it's that software. It's butters, bro. It's snappy. It's quick. The interface is fluid. It's customizable. It's the Google rendition of Android. It's really nice, bro. It's plasticky, like the back. I'll see if you guys can maybe hear it. A lot of people were asking about this. It's kind of plasticky, but it almost kind of has a metallic feel to it too. So what they're trying to do with these mid-ranger phones now is they're trying to make them look premium without them costing premium. So, and I like the accent that they put on the power button. It's like teal. So that's kind of cool. It looks sweet. It would have been nice for the G on the back to be teal. Like it's to go
like
with
a highlight kind of gold.
Yeah, that would have been sweet. I'm okay with the little cutout for the selfie camera.
Mm-hmm.
The speakers are loud enough, and there's dual, so one front facing, one bottom firing.
Ooh, nice.
It's good, bro. I mean, where do you find a $350 brand new device that's going to get 3 years of support? So there is a market for this. This phone's going to sell because I feel like a lot of people will buy this as their secondary phone, and a lot of people are going to buy it as their primary too. And either way, they'll both be happy.
Something, I'm gonna just say this right now. I'm hearing a lot of good things about it. I think honestly, it sounds excellent. I also just got an update, everybody. The Galaxy Bud Lives have shipped. It looks like Samsung shipped my order fast. Yeah. I ordered it today. They know my name. So Samsung, thank you for shipping my order out fast.
Say my name. Say my name.
But I know that song. What a perfect tie-in.
Yeah, but buddy.
One thing I like what you said about the 4A is that there is a market for it. It's going to sell. And to the average eye, I don't think they're going to care about the modem. I don't necessarily think they're going to care about the internals. They're going to care about the presentation, what you're getting. You actually did you mentioned something that I really want to highlight. You're getting dedicated 3 years of Google support.
Yeah.
Now, take into consideration that a $350 mid-range, and then leading into our next reaction to a $1,000 phone that was released yesterday that also is getting 3 years support. What?
Yeah, I know. Crazy, right?
All right.
Crazy.
So this is everything that was announced at Samsung Unpacked. I already made my video today, but I'm going to give a little bit more detail. I'll explain which product out of the group that I am actually more excited for. But if you missed my video, we have the Note 20 and the Note 20 Ultra. Now, for me, I'm going to say this, and I'm going to explain why. I prefer the Note 20 over the Note 20 Ultra. Let me explain. So for starters, there is no 120 hertz display on this phone. That's fine. You know what? I'm still used to 60 hertz. I don't really care. Works fine to me. I use my mom's phone and doesn't bother me that it's 120 hertz, so I can live with it. But for starters, the Note 20, the actual Note 20 itself, I wanted to see if I could zoom in. There you go. So for starters, it's basically a slimmed down version of the Ultra, where the Ultra has a better camera, better display, a little bit more specs, so more RAM. But ultimately, when I did a little bit more digging and I started kind of going into more, also shout out, thank you, Chuck, for the $2 super chat. Yeah. I swear, man, the kindness that you guys show me is unbelievable. So thank you so much.
Yeah, big time, bro.
But I was doing a little digging, and I found out that this phone doesn't really have that much difference with the Note 20 Ultra. Now, let me explain. The only difference you're going to know is that screen refresh, the display itself, the actual phone display, because it's a flat panel versus a curved. The cameras in the back are similar, but not exactly the same. The difference is this telephoto lens, and you also have the time of flight sensor, which is now a laser focus. But other than that, everything is exactly the same. But here's the difference. The price is $999 for this one at 6.7 inches. Same price as the Note 10 Plus. This one is $1299 and is almost 7 inches, which is incredible. So between the two of them, I would go with the Note 20. because there's little compromise versus the Ultra. You're still getting almost the same experience, but I think you get a better one because the display is no longer curved, so you don't have to worry about durability. You've still got 3 reliable cameras. You've got the same stylus. You've got the same build quality. You've got the same specs, maybe a little bit of RAM more in the Ultra. But ultimately, there's no difference. The only main difference is that screen and maybe a camera lens. So I think, in my opinion, the Note 25G is the better version of the Note than the Note 20 Ultra. That's just my opinion. Now, as in terms of the rest of the phone, of the Ultra, I do appreciate that they're trying to make the Note a beast. Now, listen, if you have a Note 10 Plus or a Note 10, don't feel compelled to switch to this phone, because all the features and stuff that they're showing you is in software updates. And reality check, the Note 10 Plus also has 3 years of software support as well. This is its first year. So you've got 2 more years of support with this model. So you're going to get all those features, with the exception of the S Pen features. But link to Windows, DeX, you're also going to get the Microsoft collaboration with Xbox Gold. Maybe you just won't get a better screen refresh rate, but still, there's no real reason to want to switch from the Note 10 Plus to the Note 20 Ultra, in my opinion. If you find a reason, go right ahead. But I don't think it's worth it to give up a phone that's already working perfectly. And for me, I'll be honest, been a whole year with this phone, almost a whole year, and it still runs like it came out of the box.
Yeah. Yep, agreed.
So I don't think you need to. I personally do not think you need to get these phones if you have a Note 10 or a Note 10 Plus. But if you are a Note 9 or a Note 8 user, I think there is some kind of argument to be made. Now, you do lose the headphone jack, which at this point, there is no way around it. But I do think the extra power, the performance, the better specs compared to what you have will probably outweigh and give you a little bit more peace of mind. Now, taking a look at the rest of the event, we had the Galaxy Watch 3. I already talked about that. Again, the Galaxy Bud Lives, again, ordered them. They just shipped, so the video might be coming sooner than expected. The Z Flip 5G was supposed to be at the event, but they kind of announced that before the event, so that's not really too big. But then the main one, the Tab S7 and S7 Plus, and the Z Fold 2 5G. Now, I want to focus on the Z Fold 2 5G for a second. Now, Sam, I am not a foldables guy. I don't believe in getting a foldable right now. I think, but
it may not ever come for some people. They may never go with this option.
That's what I'm about to say. But here's the thing that had me almost convinced. Look at this version of the Fold and compare that to last year's original Fold. That first Fold was a disaster.
Yeah.
Now, they did do some tweaking, and since then, we've not heard a lot of things. And also, guys, I will read the live chat as soon as we're done here. But this one looks a lot better. Bigger screen. You got a better screen in the front. Same cameras on the Ultra. You've got a bigger screen on the inside, making it more wider than the first Fold. There is some dust resistance, as they now have a vacuum cleaner literally inside of the hinge. That's just a joke, by the way, by Ciova and my main man. But
the broom.
I swear, like, guys, if you really want to see how durable this thing is, wait for Jerry Rig to get his hands on that. Like I said, hashtag grooves at level 6 with deeper grooves at a level 7. That man's voice could be the narration of an Amazon Alexa. Oh, just sent off my Alexa. Never mind.
Nope, she ain't listening, bro. You turned her off.
That's what I'm talking about. But in all seriousness, though, there is something here compelling to me now, and is actually making me think a little twice about foldables. Not just the screen size, not just what you're getting, but now that it's finally utilizing the technology. Because last year, I didn't think it was ready. This year, it looks like it's finally starting to blossom. So I want to ask you a question. If they were able to get true dust resistance, which is going to take a while, I don't think it's going to happen this year or next year. It's going to happen 2022. I'm predicting 2022, but they've already got glass, hybrid glass in these things, so it's no longer plastic, so they do have some kind of glass in them. But my question is, if they finally get the dust and water resistance worked out, if they finally get it good, do you think that they will be able to produce a good foldable. And speaking of Ciova, he's in the house. Ciova, I just reclaimed what you said. So shout
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
So that's my question. What do you have to say?
I don't know, man. So these foldables, it looks like they're coming along. You know, they're improving, they're getting better. I don't know if the market is still there, like if it's gotten there yet. They're just so expensive, and there's risk factors, and there's form issues, and I don't know, man. Like people are pretty tough on their phones. And even though it's cool and that it's got like this amazing screen real estate and this interesting form factor, all you have to do is ask 10 people. If one person says, "What are you talking about?" You know, or excuse me, if one person knows what you're talking about and the other 9 are like, "What is that?" There's no market for it. You got to be able to like, people have to think in their mind like this product is available for sale. I'm interested. People don't even know that this thing exists outside of network tech enthusiasts like ourselves. And it's not even really on our radar. You're not going to buy one.
No.
I'm not going to buy one. I mean, there's 10 reasons why I don't want one. Price, durability, availability, carrier compatibility. Apparently there's a broom in it. People are joking about certain things about the phone. I don't know who's taking this thing seriously. And God, man, like we're paying astronomical pricing for phones. And if this isn't even going to be your main device and be able to take the day-to-day beatings, I mean, I don't know, man. I can't get behind this particular device. Maybe there's a more, I don't know, a better foldable form factor that's in the pipeline, in the next couple of years. But man, I'm telling you, man, I don't have interest in it. I don't think they've done enough to change anybody's mind. If you were thinking about the first one, does this one really inspire you to get this one?
No.
I don't know, man.
Okay, before I respond, I just want to say I really gotta tie up my hair. I swear I look like Lord Farquaad every time I do this. I'm telling you, I look like Lord Farquaad. You ever see Shrek?
Yeah.
I swear I gotta get a hair tie. I gotta do it. But
You got
yeah,
to do a man bun, dude.
I love the man bun. It's easy. But in all seriousness, though, I agree with you 100%. This is not in my place because I have not seen this phone in any carrier store. The only place I've ever seen it was in my opinion, I saw it in Best Buy. And even then, you could not touch it. You couldn't see it. You couldn't hold it. It was behind a glass dome. So they're not selling this thing a lot. Now, there is one market for this. I think it's business personnel, people that need multitasking, for people that work in an office job or just work a job that you need 2 in 1. You need a tablet and a phone. I could see that being a reality for that specific target. But everybody else, I'm not so sure. Because the problem that I have with a foldable is not just the durability, compatibility, and all that stuff. But my main problem is that they still haven't fixed the bugs. And what do I mean by the bugs? Well, they still never fixed the issue with the hinge because there's still going to be a crease. You're going to have to live with that. They still never fixed the warranty where if you mess it up one time, they'll deduct it, but then after that, they don't do it again. See, if Samsung knew this thing was really going to be that, fragile, they would have a separate insurance carrier where you pay a separate fee and they will cover it as many times. But they don't have that set up. They don't have a repair program dedicated for the foldables. It's just, if you break it one time, we'll do it, but that's it. And if you want to do it again, you got to pay the regular price. So I think they need to evolve a little more. I really think that for $2,000, I think this is going to be $2,000. I can't recommend it, but give it a couple years when things finally become a little bit better. And when the time comes, then we'll see where it's at. Also, shout out to Cesar Gonzalez with the $5 super chat. He agrees with you, Sneed. I wouldn't go out of my way to buy a foldable because of the price, and they seem really fragile. They're as fragile as a contact lens. That's how fragile it is.
Dang.
Now that we've gotten those 2 stories, we only got 3 more stories. I'm not going to be on here for too long, guys. So I only got 3 more stories, and then we're going to be out of here. But let's take a look at the live chat real fast. So let's see where I left off. So we got Jeffrey Core in the house. Thank you for coming on, Jeffrey.
Yeah.
Ciova was in. It has a broom. It has a Dyson Swiffer broom in there.
Oh, damn.
I swear, they showed a Dyson broom. Like, who shows a Dyson broom as a phone?
Crazy talk.
If the Z Fold 2 had spent, I would have ordered it when we can. Way too damn high, man. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Even T-Mobile passed on the original. Yeah, T-Mobile wouldn't sell the original Fold. They didn't want to sell it. So, you know what? Smart on T-Mobile. Now I look like Willy Wonka from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. God damn it, I gotta stop making these comparisons. All right, next story up is actually one that happened a couple minutes ago. I was going to make a video on this tomorrow, but we'll see how tomorrow's episode pans out.
You should.
We have a new headphone.
Yeah.
The Sony WH-1000 XM4s are finally out on the market. So taking a quick look at the WH-1000, this is the follow-up to the 1000 XM3s. Now, Sam, I don't know how familiar you are with audio headphones, but this is my territory. And this is where I shine because I know a lot about these things. I've taken, a couple of years, looking at different headphones from all the genres. So I kind of have a good idea now. I think that this is probably one of the best headphones on the market, the WH-1000 XM3s.
What about the mouse kidneys, bro?
The what?
The mouse kidneys.
What, the Galaxy Bud Lives?
Yeah, those little bean looking.
Oh, those are the kidney stones that basically.
Yeah, Apple Are they mouse kidneys? Is what I want to know.
You know what? I think of it this way: those are the kidneys Apple wants you to sell for their products. Samsung's giving them back to you.
Dang, Robin Hood.
That's what I'm saying. But now, taking a look at this, Sony has kind of upped the specs in this headphone. So not only did they ditch Qualcomm aptX, they're not using aptX. Instead, they're using their own proprietary processor for the HD noise canceling. Now, this chip here, the QN1, what this does is it works with their audio SoC, the system on chip. It will help adjust the music and noise signal while also deducting the Bluetooth frequency, so that way you don't get cutouts. So you hear, excuse me, I am so sorry, guys. I just had a nice burger. But it will help to cut back on not only the noise that you hear, but it will also help to give you better Bluetooth connectivity, not just noise canceling. Now, in terms of optimization, the headphones design, it will have a optimizer that will help scan your environment like they did before. It will have pressure optimizing so you don't feel that cabin pressure. Again, it will have ambient sound. And of course, because it's Sony, you can expect great quality by Bluetooth or by whatchamacallit. What's the word? Headphone jack nowadays? I feel like I'm so old. SMT with a $5 super chat. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. And you're going live in 30 minutes. What a coincidence.
I do.
Now, this to me is better marketing. See high-res audio when you plug it in? You get even better high-res audio wireless. See, Soundcore, you should take some notes.
Yes, sir.
But in all seriousness, though, this headphone is a better version of the WH-1000 XM3s. They said to sound better. The only drawback with these headphones, from what I was able to find on paper, is they don't have aptX anymore. So they're not going with aptX. They're going to use SBC and probably AAC. That's the Bluetooth codec. That's what I think what they're going to be rocking with. So I don't know how good you are with headphones, Sam. I know you have personal, professional headphones, but these are consumer headphones. So my question to you, in your opinion, do you think current WH-1000 XM3 users should upgrade to the 1000 XM4s, in your opinion?
Probably not. Probably not. They wouldn't have to. I mean, I wouldn't feel compelled to be forced to upgrade. I mean, how much has really changed between the threes and the fours? I mean, because what'd you spend on the threes? How much were they at launch or release?
Same price as the fours. They were able to keep the same price, $350. Yeah,
man. I mean, who's dumping another $350 for an incremental upgrade? In all honesty, I guess if I was back 2 years, maybe it would be worth an upgrade. You would say after a couple of years, headphone technology improves, sound quality improves, noise canceling improves. I would say that those would be things that could change, maybe design improvement. But are we seeing a complete overhaul of the headphones compared to the last generation?
No.
So it's hard to justify it at that price point. These are premium consumer product. If it was a studio grade, right, and somebody had a business or it was part of their art creation or productivity, yeah, it'd be one thing. You could justify it. You can always do that. But consumer grade, Nah, man, I'm with you, bro. It's going to be hard to call this shot and say, well, I just spent 350 on it last year. I'll just drop another 350 on the new ones. Well, unless something happened to the last ones, like your dog ate them, or something like that. I mean, why would you even bother?
No, I laugh, but it's true.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, I don't have these, so I can't really say how they are. And quite frankly, guys, I'm not buying these for a while because I normally don't do over ear headphone reviews. I've done them rarely. I've been getting into the groove of doing more reviews, but I'm not an over ear guy. I'm more of an earbuds guy. But I do prefer over ears. My main driver is the AKGs because to me that's studio quality right there.
They are nice. They are nice, yeah.
But the Sony's 1000 XM3s, when they first came out, those were the best. Like everybody loved them, and I tried them out. I compared them to Bose.
Bose is up there, right?
Bose. I compared them at the time. It was the Bose QC35-2s against the 1000 XM3s, and in my opinion, I preferred the sound quality of the Bose because it was a lot more clear. But I preferred everything else with the Sony. Noise canceling, Bluetooth connectivity, latency, everything, controls. So for me, I think that the 1000 XM3's current users should not upgrade because there's not enough here to justify dishing out, like you said, another $350.
Yeah, man.
And I always hate when audio companies, I don't know why any audio files don't ever say this. Like audio reviewers, like if you're watching me, please, why am I the only one saying this? These are not next-gen headphones. You know what next-gen headphones are? 2 to 3 years later. That's next. Look at Sony, Microsoft, PlayStation. Now listen, everybody argues, oh, well, headphones and technologies get older by the year. Last time I checked, an iPhone can go 2 years before it starts to feel, 3 years before it starts to feel old. The only reason why they're making more is because more money to be made.
Yeah.
And I don't understand why nobody's willing to say this. Like, this is not a next-gen product. This is a product made for people that have maybe the XM2s. That's a good upgrade. Or even the original 1000 XM1s. Maybe. Who knows? But I don't think I can justify on paper until I try them out. And if I really give an opinion, I can't say get these over the 3s. Because the 3s are going to be cheaper. They're going to reduce the price. You're going to get the same noise canceling performance. Maybe just a little bit better with those. But it doesn't matter what I say. Because at the end of the day, my voice means nothing in a giant fishbowl of YouTubers that are just going to keep on hounding and just trying to get that partnership deal. El Jefe.
I like El Jefe, bro. That's my dude, bro.
I like El Jefe too. I've been trying to collab with audio reviewers. I want to really do it, but they don't, something. Okay, time out before we move on to the next story. Also, shout out to Gene. Thank you for the $10 super chat. Very kind of you. Doesn't say anything. But listen, I've called out just doing audio. I called him out to a fun little dance-a-thon where we could raise a few dollars again. Yeah. And the man did not respond. So many people retweeted it. People actually wanted to see it.
Bro, let me tell you something about El Jefe, bro. He is a nice guy. He's a cool dude. I think he's real busy. I think legit.
That's not El Jefe. No, this is a different person.
Oh, okay. I was going to say there are some creators who I think as a creator on YouTube, I don't think they make enough money that it's the only thing they do. So they have like another job or something like that, or another career. Plus they have families, so I wouldn't take it personally per se. I think, yeah, I think he's the type of guy, I mean, you always hope that people at least will kindly say, I can't do it or no, thank you or something. Yeah. So maybe he'll get back to you eventually.
El Jefe, well, I've never actually reached out to him. I've never had a chance to, so I'm just going to do it now if you want to show him the footage. But El Jefe, I would like to collaborate.
That would be a cool collab, bro. Honestly, yeah.
I want to. I listen. I'm a fun guy.
You're a consumer guy. He's a consumer guy too. So I think you guys would be a good match.
Not even that. I'm not a tech guy. I look like a tech guy, but I'm not a tech guy. I'm a 20-year-old that literally plays PlayStation and does things for fun. I'm in college still, for crying out loud. I just love to have fun. So
yeah, but you have the consumer angle always.
True. That's true.
And that's why I think you guys have a lot in common with respect to that.
Oh, of course. I just want to ask him a couple of questions. I want to, talk to him. And then, hell, if he wants to do an audio review with me, if I do the same thing, I would love that. I love collaborating with people. Guys, if you want to use this clip for the future, because I'm going to get to the next story after this, I love collaborating. I love bringing new people on. I love bringing old people on. I love interacting with people. Yeah. If you invite me to your stream, I'm on that. Because not only will it help bring better content, not from me, but just in general with more people, but it brings so much more entertainment.
Yeah, man.
The only thing I hate the most, the one thing I don't like, and this is something I will say on record, is if you're a YouTuber and you're making videos where you do collaborations, but you only pick out the ones with the highest number of views and the highest subscribers, shame on you. Not because you think you could get views out of that, but because you don't trust the other people. There are people right now that are actually working harder than me trying to get to 1,000 subs, and you're overshadowing them by not helping them. I'm not saying you're entitled to. You don't have to help people. But the nice thing to do is just meet new people, to get like a nice relationship, and most of all, build a community. Not saying you got to keep everybody out.
Right.
That's what I do with me. I watched, between me and you, I don't know if you'll see this, but I watched Saturday Night Tech Fights. At first, I was enjoying it. I really was. I thought it was a cool concept. I loved it. But then I noticed the more popular you are on that show, you're going to win. It's not a fair shot. So I'm like, why am I watching a show where it's favoritism? That's not what you do. You bring creators, content creators. I feel like this is a rant. I'm sorry, guys.
Kind of.
But in all seriousness, I just love collaborating with people. Big and small, in the middle, doesn't matter. Tech, non-tech, doesn't matter. I love being and interacting with people. So to anybody that wants to, why not? And El Jefe, if you see this, I want to do a collab with you.
Yeah.
See, look, Mikey Tech, if you're watching this replay, Technoid would like to do a collab or a video live stream. You see? Thank you. So we'll see if he could get that message to him. If not, I'm just going to keep calling out people till I finally get someone to do. And I'm not calling them out meanly. I do it in a fun way.
Mm-hmm.
All right, 2 more stories, and then I'm going to watch the SMT's live stream, unless, of course, he sends a link over.
I will, yes, indeedy. Yeah.
My muscles are coming back, too.
Yeah.
All right, 2 more stories. So just a few days ago, Apple released the brand new 27-inch iMac. Now, I am going to say this right now. I do not want people to buy this. Now, before you judge me, before everybody says, how could you say that? Let me show you the difference with the new 27-inch. So the new 27-inch, not only are you getting 10th generation Intel Core i5, i7, i9 processors, but you're getting newer Radeon Graphic Pro. You do get an up in the SSD storage, and the price is actually a little bit more reasonable this time around. It looks like they might have slightly tweaked the price, depending on how you look at it. But the reason why I say don't get this machine right now is because you guys realize Apple's making their own CPU versions. They're coming out next year. Now, I don't know exactly when, but they did say the time frame was going to be 2021. Now, I'm not saying, unless you really, really need a new Mac, then I say get this one. But if you could hold out another maybe 6 months or less, wait for the new ones. Because for me anyway, if you get the ones made by Apple with their own in-house CPUs, you'll have better performance, in my opinion, better customization, meaning that they will allow you to tweak because it's their own hardware. They will have better optimization, so they'll probably last as longer.
Right.
And most of all, it'll probably be cheaper because if you're using your own in-house CPUs, you can expect, I would think the price will go down by $100 at least. But hey, that's $100 you save. You put that back in your pocket or you pay the tax with that. But I want to ask you, am I wrong for thinking that? Am I wrong for saying that? Because I got a lot of backlash from that, from Apple fans. They're saying, how dare you tell us? And I don't give a crap, you know?
Right.
I don't care, but like, I don't understand the backlash. What am I saying that's wrong?
Well, what's the underlying issue? Is it pricing? Is it features? What's the main issue? Because when you look at the value proposition, it's tough to get value out of an Apple device. Like when you're looking at a MacBook or you're looking at an iMac, they're always priced very premium. So you have to go into that knowing you're anticipating paying a lot and you're hoping to get high quality, high performance, extended use through several years and support and stuff like that. I just look at some of these iMacs and MacBooks. When somebody buys one, how long do they want it to last, Michael?
Honestly, on average, they should last you about 7 to 8 years, depending on.
Is that typical? Like that's pretty common, most people?
Some can last longer.
Okay.
Some can, because I told you my uncle has a 2012 MacBook. He's running High Sierra with security patches. He can upgrade it to Mojave, but I don't think he wants to. But they can last long, and I think with the Apple CPUs, it'll last a little bit longer.
So what's the flaw in these iMacs? What's the fatal flaw? What's the deal breaker?
I think there really is no deal breaker, but I think, in my opinion, is the Intel CPUs because Apple does not have control. They don't have a clear customization. Not yet. Not yet.
They're
You're
on
right.
it. They're on it. You know,
But another
and
issue I forgot to mention is their graphics card. They're
yeah,
using Radeon graphics. They're not as good as NVIDIA.
yeah,
NVIDIA, in my opinion, has so much. And Apple had a partnership with NVIDIA, but
yeah.
then
What
they gave
happened?
up. I
Oh,
think they gave up on the partnership because NVIDIA probably wanted more money or something like that. I heard because then Apple
Apple's
dropped
tough,
them.
man. Apple's tough.
They are, and
Yeah.
NVIDIA has proven. I have a desktop downstairs that can run literally software that I make my intros. That computer is almost 10 years old. That's an
Wow.
NVIDIA GPU.
Yeah.
So I think the main problem is the Intel CPU.
I'll be right back, Michael.
Sure, no problem. Take your time. I'll talk to everybody. Chuck writes, I disagree. Apple has a bad track record of supporting first gen of whatever they do, so I'd wait for the second year. Chuck, I could see your concerns. I actually do understand where you're coming from, but I would argue that that was a different Apple because if that was the case, they would have stopped with the HomePod because the HomePod has no sales, but they've been consistently supporting it with software updates, making it get more features, and they promised to even when they have these new features, they're going to give them to the HomePod. So I would kind of argue that that kind of track record is slightly going away, but I completely understand where you're coming from, and I actually see what you mean by that. Some people should wait maybe a year or two after they're fully fledged, but I think, in my opinion, the Apple CPUs and the GPUs have proven themselves worthy on an iPad, an iPhone. So I think as long as Apple can optimize the performance, can give as much multi-core score with the Macs, they will be able to give you in my opinion, a good PC and probably one of the best Mac performances that you will see. So, but that's my opinion. And again, if you don't agree with it, that's completely fine. And now we get to the last story. And when Sam gets back, I will explain to him the last story. Android 11 is on its final beta. So now we can finally expect. Well, that just didn't work. Hold on. There we go. As it says here, Gene writes, is Apple coming out with a 5G device? I heard one is coming out at the end of 2020 into 2021. Yes, they are making 5G iPhones by the end of this year. They're coming out in October. If you're asking me how I know, simple, pandemic. So they had to push back their manufacturing time. I'm not even looking at anybody. I'm just making this up in my head, but this is realistically. But I predict October, November, we'll start seeing those phones. Thank you again. Hit that like button, subscribe, and share on all your favorite social medias. But yeah, anyway, so I'm glad you're here, Sam. This is the last story. Then we're going to get you out of here so you can do your thing.
Yeah.
And I'll see and I'm going to go eat another quick bite to dinner, and then I'll probably join you.
All right, let's wrap this up here in a couple minutes.
All right, so Google launches their final beta in Android 11. So Android 11 is now on its last beta. The bugs have been worked out. The feedback's in. It looks like Android 11 is finally ready to hit the scene. Now, there have been a lot of users talking about Android 11 as they're saying that it's not really feature rich, meaning it doesn't have as much features because Android 10 kind of gave a lot, but there is a lot more performance tweaks.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like they're trying to make the software a lot more fluid, similar to like iOS fluidity. Now, I don't have the beta. Samsung has not made a One UI beta. Nobody has a One UI beta of Android 11 of any platform, Oxygen OS, Hydrogen OS. But with Android 11, Gene, good question. Is the beta carrier dependent? It depends. If you buy your phone through the carrier, then yes. If you get it unlocked, you don't have to worry about that. I don't understand how Android became carrier dependent. I don't get it. But you know what? That's another topic.
It was a long time ago, right?
Yeah. That's a topic for you. But my final question, and then we'll end this. What happens now to Android 11? What's going to happen in terms of support? And also, is Google finally opening up the platform enough for it to have longer lasting OS updates for certain devices? Or is it just a repeat of every year?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Android's come a long way. The operating system has gotten more intelligent, more feature rich, more attractive. I think it's important for a UI, the interface to be pretty, because what people want to do is they want to see these really nice and smooth animations, the colors, the drop down boxes, all these different things in the UI. I feel like Android has matured quite a bit from the operating system standpoint and the user interface on these handhelds. There's a lot of room for improvement on their other platforms. The Wear OS is a nightmare. The hardware issues there, I think that's a problem. They've deserted that. I think they need to tend to that. In terms of the actual like handhelds, like our devices, I mean, what else? What else do you need? What are you looking for, Mike? You know, that's how I look at it: is what features are missing that you need to see, or is it more of a situation where certain things need to improve? Like for me, I want to see the Wi-Fi to LT handoff smoother.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see battery life for standby on cellular radios get better, because right now the iPhone, if you leave it charged at 100%, leave it on, don't make any calls, don't use it, you just leave it on the, you know, for 2 days on your nightstand, you'll come back, it'll be 98% battery life. So when you're not using the phone, it doesn't die. I can't say the same thing about Android. Overnight my Android might lose 3 to 5%.
You're right.
Right? So to show you the difference, I want to see certain stuff like that improve. I want to see audio codecs improve. And that's on a operating system level, right? A software level. I also want to see apps improve. How do we open this up to developers to make this a better situation? You know, I'm looking at consumer grade items here. You know, I don't know what Android and Google are doing, what they feel is important, what's on their list to do. But those are the things that I wanted to see improve. So when I look at this beta, and I just got the beta, the newest version of beta to my Google Pixel. So I'm going to take a look at it. I'm going to see what's new. But in my opinion, they just seem to try to make animation smoother and the screen feel like it's snappier, you know, like loading and all that. I think some of that's overstated. I don't have a problem with that on current Android. They got 6 gigs of RAM, 8 gigs of RAM, 12 gigs of RAM. You know, like how bad could it really be? You know, but there's other things that I want to see change. I don't know, man. There's a couple of devices that I think are the problem. The LGs of the world, certain Samsungs of the world. You know, some of these lower end processors, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you think about something like an A series device, maybe the bigger problem is the hardware. I don't know, man. But like I said, I don't know. What else do you need to see from Android moving forward? Yeah, I mean, what's on your radar?
Honestly, not too much, as Android clearly has a lot more than Apple. They don't really need to add new things. But I think what I would like to see from a Samsung's perspective is Google kind of allowing the updates to come faster, because we're in August 6th and I still have not received the July patch. And that July patch reportedly has the RCS update.
When is that crap going to stop, Mike? When is this carrier manufacturer Android problem going to stop, bro?
I think it's going to stop when companies have the balls to say, you know what, we got to stop using Android and do our own thing. But they won't do it. If that was the case, why wouldn't Samsung use Tizen? Because I don't know if you know this, but they were able to support their watches, all their OS, the Gear S3, the Gear Fit, watches that are like 5-6 years old.
Yeah.
Still getting updates, brand new features.
It's nice.
If they were able to use Tizen and build off of Tizen, I think Samsung's ecosystem could get better updates, better respect, because you're not using Android. But because they're using Android, this is why I keep telling people, as long as they use Android as the basis of their platform, they will never have any customization. They will not have any flexibility. And most of all, it will cause delays. You're using a skin. More RAM is required. You want to add in-house apps, going to take up more storage, and you can't turn them off. And I think these manufacturers need to stop relying on Google. Now, listen, the Google Play Store is unbeatable. But out of all of the competition, Huawei is got their own OS. Harmony OS, they're ditching Google. That's the first Android manufacturer.
Choice, bro.
They had no choice. But even then, they got the service back after it was proven. They got it back, but they're still ditching it.
Because it's only going to be supported to older devices, the ones that previously dropped with Android. So
I remember that.
Yeah. So anyways, I got to set up, Mikey. I will see you over there.
All right.
Everybody, thank you for, watching us. And Mike, thanks for sending me the invite. I'll see you over on my side in a couple of minutes. All right.
All right. I'm going to end it up here and then we'll transition right over.
All right. Peace.
All right, so I'm going to finish this up real fast, guys, and then we're going to end it, and then we're going to transition right over. Somebody post the link to the SMT's live stream in the live chat. But like I said, Android manufacturers have to stand up, and they have to stop relying on Google. If you could do your own thing, I think then you will have a solid case for updates. But as long as you're using Google and Android, I don't think anybody's going to happen. I would like Samsung to make their own OS, because then they could use Bixby, they can use their app store, because Google is paying them more money to get rid of it. So that's not going to work out in their favor. So again, I just wish that the updates would come faster and they weren't carrier dependent. And that's it for my live stream. So, guys, listen, I want to thank you all for coming on. To everybody that watched tonight, thank you so much. I will be over on the SMT's live stream. But for those of my viewers, thank you all for tuning in. If you enjoyed the live stream, make sure you hit the like button. If you dislike the live stream, make sure you hit the dislike button. That helps circulate my live streams as well. As always, everybody, thank you so much for watching. Take care, everyone. I will see you over on the SMT's live stream. Take care and